My Canadian Caribbean connection would definitely be through both my parents, both Grenadian, proud Grenadians. My dad is from Guave, and my mom is from Happy Hill, Grenada. So the connection is definitely through the family, aunts from Trinidad, Grenada.
Valerie has harnessed true Caribbean passion and tenacity to create her own brand of natural candles and assorted self-care products.
So my brand is called Light It Up, and I started about 15 years ago just as a hobby, working in the corporate world, and picked it up as a hobby. Saw on one of the channels on TV, I bought a kit, and that's my love for fragrances and products really kind of flourished from there. So I started with candles and started making candles for friends and family. And it just kind of turned into word of mouth. Other people wanted candles. People were bringing me containers to make candles in. And so I was doing that. And then I started experimenting with soaps. I fell in love with shea butter and natural products, and really realizing that it's not just what we're eating, it's also what we're putting into our skin.
With a love for natural products such as shea and cocoa butter, Valerie was further motivated to incorporate her first-hand exposure to Caribbean spices and culture into her product line expansion.
From a little girl, our parents took us to Grenada every other year. We went to Grenada, Trinidad, Barbados every other year. And so my grandmother lived in Trinidad, and just being immersed into the culture, being immersed into the music and, carnival and everything surrounding that. And really going, when I was in Grenada, learning about cinnamon and bay leaf and all the benefits of all these things that we could actually pronounce and find. So that was kind of like my love, and started incorporating it to all the products that I do have. So I have like a body butter called Caribbean Romance. I do a nutmeg massage oil. So there's little influences of the Caribbean in all the products that the majority of the products that I do make.
The pandemic didn't slow down Valerie's efforts as she took full advantage of the opportunity to pause, pivot, and push forward.
So we've had to pivot in a couple ways. We've had to really step up our online presence, which I was glad that we did have a website and stuff already in place. I came up with a couple new lines. I started a collaboration with some other businesses doing a subscription box. And so we put together products from all our different businesses and put out a subscription box every season. And I also came up with a deodorant line. That was something that I always wanted to do. And with the pandemic, I actually had time to actually sit down and formulate. I did a lot of research and development and came out with new products and kind of upgrading my labels and kind of doing some stuff that I was able to do because we were on a kind of break. So the pandemic has been busy for us, but it's also been a good thing where we've sat back, looked at our products, looked how we can better them, how we can incorporate new ideas and themes into them.
Valerie shared that she is also in the process of translating some of her product labels into French in order to increase Light It Up's reach across Canada and the globe. She has also taken her talent and passion to the virtual arena and paying it forward to a new generation of fellow forward-thinking entrepreneurs.
I've been doing virtual classes, which has been really exciting, to girls 7 to 17 years old. And I've been doing virtual skincare classes and another class called Craft for a Cause, where some of the girls have their own businesses that they want to do, from scrunchie making to baking cupcakes. And I help navigate them on how they can, kind of start their business from a craft to a real business.
The daughter of legendary Grenadian-Canadian politician Jean Augustine is proud of her Caribbean heritage and advocates for the use of natural, indigenous Caribbean products.
We know about lemongrass from the Caribbean. We know about shea butter from Africa. We know the benefits of bay leaf and cinnamon and sorrel and all these different, they're calling hibiscus tea and all these different things. We know the benefits of all these things. So even with our own health. And, we're trying to build up our immune systems. And, with the pandemic and everything, that we don't forget about some of these natural herbs and natural ingredients and things that we eat, and putting it on our skin, and know that they are indigenous to a lot of the islands and a lot of the African nations across the world. So I would just say, just be proud, represent, and have the knowledge that we are great peoples, and that we come from great peoples, and that we have amazing traditions and cultures that we should be keeping relevant as the years go by.
Learn more about Light It Up by visiting the official website and by following the brand on social media.